All right, Porch Talk. I'm back. What is good, Porch Talk Sports? I am your host, JP. Long time no see, guys. I've got to admit, y'all, I've been away for a while. I had to deal with some personal family stuff, guys. I don't do this full time for a living yet, anyway. But if you'll help me get there, I promise you I'll bring out more content. But guys, like I said, I deal with personal things with my mom, and y'all, I just like y'all to go ahead and pray for my mom, guys. She has some health issues right now, but she's getting better, y'all. But I would still like y'all to keep her in your prayers, guys. But tonight, y'all, we're gonna talk about something exciting. I'm not talking Texans. I'm not talking Cowboys. I'm not talking football at all. I'm talking basketball. That is basketball. Okay, yes. I can sing too as well, guys. But now, to start off the show, guys, we are talking about the Houston Rockets 2021 season. And y'all, the big trade that happened for us this off season is Russell Westbrook for John Wall and Washington's first round pick in 2023. And that is the biggest change to the roundup we have so far this year. Second biggest change is the additions of Christian Wood and my man Boogie Cousins. Oh man, dude. I'm so excited that we have a big man core now. We actually have a good solid base for our lineup, guys. It's going to be exciting to watch put together. Not only that, we get to see the rookie Mason Jones tonight. We also are going to see Kenny Martin Jr. as well tonight. So we're going to get a full spectrum of all these guys, y'all. So let me get into it. Let's start out with my Houston Rockets, y'all. Okay, so guys, like I said, the Houston Rockets are starting their preseason game tonight. They're facing the Chicago Bulls, and they're a young and upcoming team. Without James Harden tonight, which I don't expect him to play, I believe he still has to take 5 more COVID tests before he can actually be a part of the team for the regular season. So tonight we're not going to see him probably most of the preseason, if not any of the preseason. We're probably not going to see him James Harden until game 1. If we do say James Harden in a Rockets uniform too. Let's also put that on the table because he did say that he did want to get traded, but right now it's just hearsay. Right now where he's going, nobody really knows where James Harden's going. And honestly, to me, in my personal opinion, I don't think James Harden's going anywhere. First off, we know he's not going to sit out because who's going to take 2 years off of their NBA career just to go to another team? That's stupid. I mean, when you have a form in the lineup here in Houston, that can get you somewhere. Also as well, I think in the end he's gonna change his mind. He's stupid. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to get political on the show. Y'all probably don't want to, but I personally think it's stupid. Even though I personally don't like Trump either, I think it's stupid that he wants to go out there and not play for an owner that voted for Trump. Let's get real, guys. Most of the rich owners of the NBA voted for Trump anyway, so for that to be an excuse to leave this team because the Rockets owner is a Trump supporter is stupid, y'all. It really is. He passed the greatest, biggest contract in history just so he didn't play under Trump supporter. Well, newsflash, James Harden. If you get traded probably to any team in the league, they probably supported Donald Trump. Just to know. I'm just being honest with you. If you get traded to any team in the NBA, that owner probably supported Donald Trump. Let's get real. So that out of the way, but real basketball just analysts on the show tonight, guys. Y'all, we have a preseason game tonight that is, intriguing, guys. We get to see all these new parts. I expect the starting lineup to be John Wall, probably Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, Christian Wood, and probably Boogie to start out the game. I would expect, especially Boogie himself and maybe John Wall too, to play probably too much because they're both coming off of major injuries. We don't want to overwork them. We just want to see how good their legs are right now, just starting in the early part of preseason. The other guys you're going to see, like I said, I want to see Mason Jones. I want to see how good of a scorer he really is. If y'all don't know who Mason Jones is, he's at Arkansas, and he was the number 1 scorer in men's basketball last year, and we slipped to the second round, guys. So that was a great pickup for the Houston Rockets as well. Some other things to know, Kenny Martin Jr., also a good pickup from the college ranks. He was a great shooter for the university. I believe he played for North Carolina. He also as well is a really good shooter and offensive player. And I find it funny that the Rockets really went after the two guard position in the offseason and through the draft that to add those couple pieces in case maybe they lose to James Harden. So that's something to note on the side. They also picked up Sterling Brown from Milwaukee too as well, so you can't forget about that too. Um, Other notes is the big man core, guys. We have a big man core this year, and I love the guys we picked up. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen Christian Wood's highlights, go ahead and take a look at him. This kid, I mean, to me, and y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but he reminds me of athletic Dirk Nowitzki, man. 6'10", about I believe he was 220. It said, guys, honestly, great range, has a great looking shot, man, and honestly, he shoots pretty consistently from three. He just did not get the playing time in Detroit that he deservedly played. But when he did, this man averaged probably damn near 27 points a game. And when you're getting that kind of production out of a guy that, is just sitting on your bench, I find it funny that, Detroit didn't do more to try to keep him. They instead tried to go after Mason Plumlee instead. And that didn't make any sense. You have a young, talented player that was developing and it's let him go. So the Rockets got a hell of a deal out of that kid. Also, the biggest note, Boogie Cousins coming down to Houston to play with his boy John Wall. And that is probably something that was desperately needed by the Rockets last year. LeBron, especially in that Lakers series, man, LeBron just drove to the rain every time and just dominated us. There was nobody to stop his momentum, nobody that could get in his face when he jumps, and we were just outmatched in that series physically. And it's good to see that the Rockets have brought in some big men that can actually work in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Boogie Cousins is somebody that you can actually dump the ball down to and actually get him to do some type of offensive work. And not only that, he stretches the floor. The same thing with Christian Wood. Probably needs to develop more of a post game too as well, but he's a good shooter around the rim. And that's the thing I want to see with this Steven Silas, what our offense is going to look like. That is the big thing. Because it's no more D'Antoni system, y'all. It's not 3 points or dunk. It's spreading the ball across the court from in and out. You know what I'm saying? Inside-out game. It's an inside-out game now. So we're going to be probably doing a lot of more screen rolls. We're going to see a lot more mid-range shots happening for the Rockets. You're going to see more actual offensive plays being called for guys. And that is something that I'm really excited to see. I mean, if y'all don't know Steven Silas, he led the number one offense in the league last year for the Dallas Mavericks and absolutely was critical in Luka Doncic's development as a player. And that is something that I'm excited to see if he can translate that to James Harden. Now, James Harden is a finished product. We already know what James Harden is. He is what he is. I mean, and he's a hell of a player for it. What the question is one, will he buy into Steven Silas' system? And two, will he actually give the respect that Steven Silas actually needs to actually be able to be the coach of this team? And that is what is troubling me right now with this holdout. Yes, he said that he doesn't want to play with the Rockets, but we all know this, the best remedy for anything is winning. So what if the Rockets start out and they are one of the best teams in the league? Does he still ask for a trade, or does he ride with it? And that is the biggest question that we have to ask right now, man. In my personal opinion, dude, and like I said earlier, dude, you have 2 years left in your contract, and unless the Rockets are blown away by a trade, and they're for sure getting a superstar player in return, which they're not going to let go of James Harden without a superstar player in return. I mean, even Hall of Fame caliber, it's probably what's going to take to get James Harden out of here. If we don't get that type of deal, James Harden's not going anywhere. He's going to finish those 2 years. He's going to have to play those 2 years under that contract, dude. And by the time the 2 years is up, he's going to be 33 years old. And what is he going to be then? So that's the big question that is facing James Harden right now. So if he wants to get traded, it's the Rocks ain't gonna just trade him for bullshit. We're gonna get a superstar player in return, no matter what. And that's honestly why I believe that this season was gonna be, good no matter what. Because whether James Harden's here or not, we are going to get a superstar player to line up in this lineup. And to me, just about any of them that you can bring in here, we're in rumors right now with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat, and there's only one player from each of those teams that I want. It's either Giannis or Butler. You can't give us the other bullshit players around them. Expect us to trade for James Harden. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, y'all. We're either gonna get Giannis or Jimmy Butler out of that trade. So if we add Giannis to this lineup, dude, we still should be excited for what we have on the court. If we trade James Harden for Jimmy Butler, we should be excited for what we have on this team because we have Jimmy Butler, guys. So it doesn't matter what they do with James Harden. We're getting a superstar in return. Brooklyn, that's the same thing. You want James Harden, you're going to have to give us Kevin Durant. It is what it is right now, man. So James Harden, he was really stupid and honestly saying that he wanted to get traded to these certain teams. Well, we don't have to do that. He didn't have that clause in his contract. So it's pretty much the Rockets' control right now. So he was an idiot for doing that. And guys, y'all, that is going to actually be it for me today. Actually, that's pretty much all I got in the Rockets where this game starts off tonight. I will be doing a post-game show after this game is over, y'all, just to get some analysts and get you my opinions of how people look like tonight. I expect really the two people that I really expect to stand out are one, Christian Wood, and two, Mason Jones. Watch my eye. I believe Mason Jones is probably going to be one of the biggest parts of this team, guys. So, guys, like I said, thank you for always tuning in. Like I said, hit that subscribe button for me. I would appreciate it so much, guys. It helped my channel grow. And, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in, guys. And thank y'all so much. God bless and go Rockets, y'all. Appreciate it. Peace.